We've made it to account level 76, so that's up 10 levels from the last time we spoke. We were trying to be able to sim the entirety of our green raids, the Doom raid, the next time we spoke. So that's going to be part of the goal, to see if we were able to accomplish that this week. As we can see at this point in time, we have logged in for 48 days. Our arena team has not changed. I'm still using Orcus with Captain Sam. I'm not saying that you should build this for arena. It's just what I have. I'm just working with the information and the toys that I have on hand. These are my annihilators. So I got Gore, Gladiator, same as last time. I don't have Endgame Thanos. When I have those three, Gore, Gladiator, Thanos, Endgame, maybe I will start to pivot harder into arena. Arena is important. It should be your priority, but you can't prioritize it at the cost of other things, right? It gives you power cores as the reward, and power cores is the premium currency in the game, but you can't ignore other things, the important things, the foundation, like ability materials, training materials, stuff like that, to actually power your characters up. You can't ignore that stuff just for the sake of arena. We have unlocked more of the campaign. So as we pivot all the way to the end, the incursion, we have that open so we can start getting red stars. We see all that nice red incursion energy at the top. That's just from the energy from the events that they were giving us. So Scopely just wants you, I believe, to be able to fast forward through the entirety of the incursion. Yeah, the incursion campaign. The difficulty that we're running into, we got up to chapter 2 here, incursion 2-2. We don't have the characters necessary. It says 5 red stars on bio and skill characters. And at present, the only characters that fit the bill on that are Kestrel and Shield Medic. So this is one of those times in the game. We're just going to stop here with this. We're not going to build these characters to get through the incursion campaign. We don't need to do that. We just have to wait and be patient. Over time, we'll have more characters that will fit that qualification, and we'll be able to push through. Something similar happened here in the Doom campaign. It says we need Shield, Wave 1 Avengers, or Fantastic Four. So I'm stuck here at Doom 1-1. These are the characters that I have, the strongest characters that would fit that bill. And there's nobody here that you should be powering up. If you're a little farther than me, then perhaps Invisible Woman, and she would help you to push through. Iron Man, he might by default just get strong. Doesn't look like it in this case. But he's a legendary member. I'm not saying you power him up. But when you start working on your Illuminati team, which is old, so you might not ever work on that team at this point as a newer player. So this is an area of the game where you just, again, we're not going to build specifically for it. There's nobody to work on, so don't be fooled into building characters that you don't need. You just wait, and hopefully the requirements will either change. Yeah, I guess that's really all you can wait for. The requirements will change, or you'll have some other character that naturally fits this tag in the future. We're currently working our way through the hard heroes campaign. So I got heroes assemble hard, villains united hard. So we'll be able to get more training materials by getting through the heroes and villains hard campaign. So you want to try to do that. We're paused right here. We have the requirements. We just need more energy. So we've been doing well. It says city characters. So some of the Night Stalkers are city characters. Your Spider Society that you've probably been working on up to this point are city characters. They should be able to get us through. On the other hand, when it comes to the Villains United section, I'm going to have a problem. It says AIM, Hydra, Sinister 6. And right now, I wouldn't invest, right? I'm not going to go out of my way to invest in any of those characters. We have Scientist Supreme as part of the Orcus team. So we have her. I wasn't able to get through the node. I'm going to try it a little bit more later. Maybe if I was just doing everything on auto. And 2 of her moves are either heals. They don't attack. 2 of her moves don't attack. So maybe on manual, if I just attack, I can get through. We'll find out. If not, you just wait. It's the same deal. We're just going to wait until some other character fits that bill. We're not going to build AIM, Hydra, or Sinister 6 just to get through this section. When it comes to the raids, again, the raids just started, so our goal was to be able to sim all the way through. So again, we're able to go through the tech. We are strong enough now to go through the Mystic on sim. We're strong enough now to go through the Mutant on sim. We made it into the bio section. So I'll show you right quick what I'm working with. So if we go to our roster, we look at squads again, we look at raids. We see the Night Stalkers there, level 70, gear tier 12, I believe that is. 13, I'm sorry, gear tier 13. So right there with those 4 and just a random person, I can sim through the whole thing in the Doom raid. Orcus, we were able to do it last time. We unlocked Omega Sentinel. So it just made it easier. And as you see, I'm kind of going against what I said. I said I was going to stop and not work on the characters anymore, but I'm still working on them because they're the strongest characters we have, and it can help me get through higher level of raids. And now, especially with the announcement of this Chaos raid, again, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming if I can keep my raid character strong, I can do higher portions of that raid even by myself, get more rewards, and reinvest them back into my account. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but that's my guess. Spider Society, they're going to be replaced, so I'm not really pushing on them, but you see I am still investing in Paviter, Peter B. Parker, Ghost Spider, because I'm using those 3 characters for the bio section. I'm using those 3 characters for the bio section. We assumed last time that the bio was going to be replaced. They said it's going to be skill, so it's Spider Society that's being replaced, so we'll have to adjust and adapt and see how that goes. But I'm using those 3 characters. And then while we have you here for a second, let's just take a peek. When it comes to bio, the people that we're still powering up is Groot and Void Knight. So Groot's part of the Starjammer team. He also is bio, so we're betting on him to help get us through. Hive Mind's bio anyway, or excuse me, this is Void Knight from the Hive Mind. He's bio anyway. He's meant for that bio section. So if for some reason we get stuck and we can't progress, at least I'm not investing in characters that I'm not going to use. I would need to put power into those characters anyway. So we'll see what happens with the Spider Society. I don't think I'm going to invest in the rest of the team too much. We'll have to see. And then for mutants, Extreme X-Men. So again, we're going with the 4-piece that you see there. Level 75. Not investing in Cyclops. Still just using Jean Grey. We're getting shards for her still, so that's working out. We can see Jean Grey there on the Uncanny Avengers at the top. So again, haven't invested in them yet. Those are for the other raid, the secondary raid. Right now, Spotlight raid. So we haven't really put any power into them, just into Jean Grey. Once we figure out if we're strong enough to get through Doom or what this Chaos raid looks like, we'll have to pivot over to them. We're doing pretty good in Crucible. I mean, it's still really early. We're finally getting some wins. So I was able to win my last bracket. We went 3-0. That's not overly impressive, right? Everybody didn't play. So that's just part of it. But again, the thing you want to keep in mind, as I'll show you my defense here, offense first. So if you go through all of Cosmic Crucible, you do all your attacks, what characters do you have left over? Right now, you're just going to throw those on defense. Put Resurrection Protocols. I did put Extreme X-Men there. I probably could use them. That's the one team that I just went for defense to hopefully get some defensive wins because they'll get resurrected in that room. Beyond that, don't go for defense first. Go for offense, and then whatever characters you have left over, think about putting those on defense. Just right. You're not gonna. Your goal right now is not to stop people. Your goal is to punch through rooms and get the points. Same thing is true when it comes to Alliance War. Again, we're winning right now. We're going against an alliance that is definitely stronger than us. So as you can see here, we got some 3 million power teams. I don't have anything anywhere near that ballpark to be able to participate in that. So you just do what you can. In this instance, right, you just do what I did. You just go down here, fight against some of those minions, encourage the rest of your teammates who might not be as strong to fight against those minions. But don't worry about putting things on defense to stop people. You need offense to punch through. And then the goal is the same, or excuse me, the concept is the same. Whoever you have left over, start thinking about putting some of those characters on defense. So again, this is the top of my roster. That's all we really want to be worried about. We don't build every character. You don't have to keep everybody even or equal. That you work on the newest teams first. That's just the way I do it. Work on the newest teams and then work backwards. So you're going to work on a new team and you're going to work on one of those raid teams. In this case, it's a Starjammers. This is as far as we got. So I pivot 100% back to the raid team. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, in this case, I was at level 70, probably 71. I guess 71. I must have been at level 71 when I started getting a hold of the characters. So I brought him up to level 71 because I'm using Groot in the raid. I put him up to 75. Even though I'm level 76, I stopped, right? I'm doing everything now in increments of 5. Okay, so I won't raise anybody up past this until we get to level 80. So when the next Starjammer character comes out, I'm going to focus them, work them all the way up. Then I pivot back to my raid teams and just keep trying to get them powered up, right? Those are the only two pivots I make. Work on the newest team first, and you have to go backwards and work on something. You can't work on everything. Raids are the most important. I'm going to go back and work on them. And again, with that in mind, just buy what you need from the store. Don't buy unnecessary things. I'm not sure, right? We're supposed to be seeing Crimson Gear. I can't use Crimson Gear yet anyway, but so maybe that's the issue. When I get high enough to use it, maybe it'll pop up in the store. So I won't use my X coins since we got 41 days up there. So I might as well just save them until I get strong enough to be able to use the Crimson Gear pieces. I guess in a pinch, I mean, for 10, 200, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. They're unique pieces in some cases. So you might have some use for them. You might have some use for them. Don't believe the hype that you should just 100% save them. It depends on what's happening with the account. If we get to where we're stuck and we can't get the gear for the teal to get through to the crimson, then you might want to just get some of the teal at the time. At the time. Don't do anything now. Don't stockpile it. So again, with the stores, you just go for what you need. So I'm pivoting. We're going to Gore here. I'm not going to go with Spider Society. I'm not going to go with Hive Mind. We're all in on Gore. Emma Frost X-Men is in the store. So just go with the characters that you need. Don't go with characters that look good, right? Go with ones that you're actually using so you can make sure you're putting that currency in the right spot.